Hello, my dear friends. This is a new trip to Azerbaijan, Baku. But first, I had a stop at Istanbul, the capital city of Turkey. This is Taksim Square, and in the back of the picture is Taksim Mosque. So I have plenty of time from the airport. This is the mosque. So I went back to the Taksim Square. Istanbul has two main airports on the eastern side, where I stopped, of the Asian side of the city, and on the European side of the city, which is the biggest one. Eastern side airport called Sabiha Gökçen, if I can spell it right, and it's about 60 km from the city. But the main problem it's not. This is one of the main the main streets. This is Mustafa, very good sweets, baklava, etc. You can try it there. So it is about 60 km, but maybe you can have problem when you go back because of the heavy traffic, especially when it rains. So I decided, I paid about 7 euros by card. Mostly this is a cable car. They have it, it's going from Taksim to a place called Tunnel. So I decided they want only cars. I decided to go to the city center, which was very great. This is the main trip, Baku and Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is a 3 hours flight from Turkey. It was beyond my expectation, this trip, and Azerbaijan is a former Soviet Union, and it is independent since the October of 1991. The population is about 10 million people, and the land it covers about 87,000 km square km. So Baku, it's a very beautiful city, very clean. This is a center. There's an exhibition, an open exhibition to the people. Pictures at an exhibition. This is the city center. It's a walkable city. This is a map. So I arrived early in the morning, about 4 o'clock. You need visa, which you paid, and you have to be very careful from the side you will buy it, because it's very different prices. And I took a bus outside the airport, which is about 25 km, to the city center. Not exactly the city center, but the bus stopped. Everything was empty this hour, 5 o'clock in the morning. So the bus stop, final stop is here is a kindergarten. Uh, the bus stop at the main train station, and I was walking about 2 kilometers to the old town where was my hotel. This is the boulevard, as they call it. So this is the boulevard, as they called it the locals here. This is an outdoor exhibit. The boulevard, because the Azerbaijan, one side of Azerbaijan, it faces Caspian Sea, This is the Caspian Sea at the back. So at the very depth there are flaming towers, as they called. So this is the sea. One side of this the country, about 500 kilometers, faces the Caspian Sea, and this side of the Baku, which is the capital city of the Azerbaijan, faces faces Caspian Sea, so they call them this road, pedestrian road, boulevard. Boulevard was, there are some cactus here, very strange, because cactus are in hot countries. This is cold country. So the first boulevard was built at first place back in early 20th century from some aristocrats, and now has expanded and improved, and some say that this boulevard is about 26 km. I don't think that an ordinary person can walk this 26. So this place, the old town, is where I have booked my hotel. This is Maiden's Tower, one of the main attractions of the city. Walking in the streets of Old Town, a lot of carpets. This is a tradition to have to produce, to manufacture carpets. And this is my road, and my hotel is somewhere there. This is Baku by night. Baku has 2.8 million people, metropolitan area. It's the capital city of Azerbaijan. Very clean city, very luxurious city, a lot of marble everywhere. This is the walls of the old town. The old town has some walls, outside walls, and is mostly not accessible to the cars. The 25% of the population lives in Baku of Azerbaijan. This is Baku by night. And it's the only city. The one interesting fact about the Baku city, this is the double gates, the main entrance of Old Town. So one of the most interesting things about Baku is that is 28 meters below the sea level. It's the only capital city that is so below the sea level. Here we are again lost by night at the old town. This is the main city center, and this is my second day I'm walking to the city center, and again at the boulevard, but the opposite side, where there is a mall like lotus plant, the blossom of lotus. These are the buildings. This is an underground road at Baku. Marbles, pictures. I don't think that you can see something like that anywhere in the world. So this is the way you go up. Flame towers by day, it's on the back. During the night they have a lot of visions like flames. That's Azerbaijan flag. This is Little Venice at Baku. It's a place built 100 years before, and there are some canals at a very small Venice. There are these kind of boats, gondolas, and you can pay a ticket, and there is someone you can go. At the back we can see the mall. Where I'm heading to. Very clean city. I don't felt any criminality. My life was very simple there. Nothing to care about it. No troubles at all. This is the Carpet Museum. I'm not keen at carpet, so I did visit. And this is the Flame Towers. Some very good road art. This is Denise Mall, which is like Lotus. Very luxurious place beside the Caspian Sea. And this is a day I walked a lot of Baku. And before that, as I told you, walking the boulevard once again. Before that, the night I arrived and I was walking from the main train station to the old town, which is about 2 km. I didn't feel no criminality, no hostility, nothing. It was very easy for me. 97% of the population are Muslims. Mostly are from are Turks, and a lot of people are from Russia there. This is another mall like this, very impressive buildings. So this is my day. I was walking a lot of Baku, main Baku, and the other day I had booked an excursion to Kobast and to some mud volcanoes and some. This is Baku city center. Some flaming temples, Zoroastrian flaming temples. This is the old town again. This is how it is during the daylight. Very beautiful city. Very friendly people. They don't talk too much English, but you can communicate. They are very available. Old town again by night. I'm heading to the Maidens Tower, and in a while we can see all the lights of the Flames Tower. So, one thing that I don't like is to pay it by credit card. Usually they want cash, but I was able to pay. I was insisted to pay by credit card, my Rebel credit card, and mostly I paid by credit card. I used an ATM bank machine, and that I didn't have no charge. At the back we can see slowly the flame towers. There are flame towers by night. There are people that move in the Azerbaijan flag. This is a flaming tower with the national colors, the colors of the flag. A lot of souvenirs, flea market, very good stores, a lot to eat. This is the old town's the mosque, a lot of mosques, of course. Some buildings during the night, a lot of light. It seems rich country, maybe it is, because they have a lot of gas and oil. This is the city center by night. When it's rain, it was so I booked an excursion. I did a trick, I'll tell you later. So I booked an excursion to go to a place called Kobustan, a city. So the first stop from this excursion was to a mosque outside Baku. They let us, because we are Christians, to go inside the mosque and especially to film inside the mosque. We can see how luxurious it is. This is 4 graves. Inside there was a prayer room. This is the outside the mosque, the outside area. This is how it is, the mosque. This is the landscape of Azerbaijan. This is dry and cold. So this is the volcano mud. This is the second stop. It's outside Kobustan city, and the volcano mud. This is the Lada Niva. I came by to this place. A lot of mud, about 10 km. I wear these bags on my shoes because there was a lot of mud, and the previous day there was a lot of raining. So this is a place that there is a lot of geothermy, a lot of gas like this. There are bubbles, mud bubbles coming from the soil, and like this you can torch it by lighter. Very spectacular, very strange thing. I haven't seen it again. So there are bubbles from the gas from this. There is below these little mud mountains, and this is like this. This is the bubble. I touched one bubble. It was very cold. I wanted to taste because it was like a great chocolate, but I stopped myself. Some of my group, a very small group, about 5 people, take a glass of mud with them back to their country. This is the. I don't think that is. No, this is my finger. Touch it there. I want to taste it, but I didn't. Finally.
When we wait.
So this is like small mountains, and there is a lot of gas inside of these mountains. And this is outside Kobustan, where Kobustan, our third stop at the outside the city of Kobustan. It's an archaeological place with a lot of history, prehistoric. I was lucky because going back from the volcano mud, I was next to the car driver of this Lada Niva, and 40 years old car, very old inside, and going to this road inside the mud.
Lada, a lot of Lada.
This is another Lada, a taxi Lada, come from the opposite. So it was a very great experience. I paid about 50 euros for this excursion. I find it first place at an application, another Lada Niva, and then I found the tourist office that make it. I communicate directly with them without the fee of the application. So I paid about $55, 50 euros for the whole day excursion, visiting about 6 places. A lot of mud, as I told you, because previous day was a rainy day. The car driver of this Lada Niva wanted usually to go off the road. This is the landscape. In the very depth, it's Caspian Sea. Azerbaijan has, so we are at the Kobustan National Park. This is prehistoric, about 40,000 years before Christ, remains, ruins, and some uh, engraves at the rocks, engraving at the rocks, engraving animals, the everyday habits. This is the landscape of this archaeological site. We can see in a while, deep in the picture, there is a Caspian Sea. So we can see some engraving stones, but very ancient people. So Azerbaijan, here there are some again some engraving in the rocks.
So guys, you can see here the two pictures of bulls or oxes. Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult to see them, but in some other places we can see them clear, like this. It's something like horse or a bull. I don't remember. These all were engraved by very ancient people, prehistoric people. We can see again some engraving animals on the rock. I thought that I was at the Grand Canyon here. So Azerbaijan has one side sees the Caspian Sea, another side it's Armenia, where they have some problems and they had a small war. Here there are this art seems very clearly. They had a lot of problems with Armenia and a very short war back in 2020.
More than 4,500 hectares.
We can see all these animals and all this art and all everyday life. They have these ancient people. On the other side, I think it's Georgia. On the south, it's Iran, and on the north, it's Russia. These are very ancient engraving, about 40-50,000 years before Christ. So, one side, the side of Russia, is Caucasus. Caucasian side. So, as we know historically, most of the people come from the beginning of the civilization come from the Caucasus. For a lot of people, we can see some other engravements, and this is the main entrance of Kobustan archaeological site. Very good experience. Now we're going back to Baku, and here we are in Azerbaijan back in 1842, I think. There was the first oil drilling, and this is the driller. Very old and ancient driller. Sorry. And this is a new one, a contemporary drill. Everywhere in outside Baku it was. This is Yanardagh, the flaming mountain. The flames come from inside the mountain. They are burning 24/7 every day. Very spectacular. At the most of the site there was a ticket entrance, very cheap, about 10-50 of their money, which is the half of euro, something half of a dollar. So to Azerbaijani money, it's about $1. Yanardag, another site. In the excursion I paid $55 as I told you, and it was everything inside, no meal, no nothing. It was about 8 hours. Very interesting. This is an exhibition next to Yanardag Flaming Mountain, a museum, Pesmos Museum. So here we are at the Atasga Fire Temple. This is a temple.
Now we're at the fire temple.
This is a culture of Zoroastrians.
Part of this temple
A lot of people visiting this place, this site. This is the main temple, and there was also in this site a lot of rooms with exhibitions of everyday life of these people. Zoroastrians is something like a culture today. A lot of people, about 1 million, is Zoroastrians in the world. This is how it is, the site. It is at the metropolitan area of Baku. So I saw these places, these suburbs of Baku. I prefer the city center and all the city, but it was good. They didn't seem to me so very poor. So everywhere in the landscape, some are Zoroastrians and then everyday habits. Everywhere in Azerbaijan, all the places I visited, south or north of Baku, there were a lot of drills. So they can extract oil from and everywhere. This is the entrance to the temple, and this is a last footage from the city center by night, my last day of visit. So I highly recommend. Look how clean is the roads. It's a very quiet town, relative not so expensive. You can eat very well, traditionally or non-traditionally. Accessible, no criminality, easy to walk, very interesting. So I highly recommend to visit and stay at the hotel inside the old town. They also had a metro, I didn't use it. I didn't need to use it. Old town, you need an eSIM card to have data to find your destination hotel, because it's for the first time it's very difficult to find. The airport was great. People at tourist desk very helpful, and you need a lot of cash, of course. There is also a city card. I took it when I took the bus from the airport. Baku card, where you can pay it in cash and then you can charge it anywhere at metro station or some other station. Thank you for watching this video.